We just watched, but Jensen, what's it been like now? You've directed twice. What's it like putting on the director's shoes?
It was more difficult the second time, which was a little strange. I thought, you know, I have more knowledge after doing it the first time, but I think last year a little bit of it was more ignorance is bliss. But it was good. I had to be in it more, which you'll see when you see the episode. I had to act a little bit more in this episode than I did last year, so that proved to be a bit of a challenge, and also working with him is always a challenge. So,
well, that leads to my next question. I asked some fans for.
Was he in my seat? No, yeah, you know, I did. I think I behaved. I don't know. I tried not to, but maybe I did. He was good to me, so I figured I'd be good to him back.
I mean, the one thing is that. Fortunately, I've been around on this show a little bit, and
once, twice.
I know it. So he trusted me to tell him where to go and you know what to say, when to say it. And other than that, I don't have to tell this guy how to be Sam. You know, not to mention we've been watching each other's backs for 6 years now, and so.
What? Not like that. Not like that. Jesus, have a kiss. It was an awful throw.
So there's, you know, as far as like performance-wise, he and I are always kind of looking out for each other, no matter who's directing. So I think that was fairly easy.
We've made that call to a lot of actors. Jared and Jensen, don't worry about it, but everyone, you know, no one is safe on the show. But
Jared and Jensen, don't worry about it. You know how many times Jensen has cried in my arms? You're not going to die, Jensen. You're not going to die. It's okay.
Sweet.
We can't do it without you.
Guys, we're going to start taking...
Yeah. Seriously, though, that is one of my favorite parts. The brothers bickering, the brothers fighting. I felt like I can remember certain times. I don't know what the episode was or what it's called, but I remember we shot one scene. I want to say either Bob or Kim directed it, season 1 or 2, or we're fighting like in a motel room, like snap out of it. And I feel like after each and every one of those scenes, I feel like Sam grew kind of by accident, in spite of himself, as opposed to, you know, or in spite of myself. And so I enjoy those scenes because inevitably something, when you've worked with somebody for so long as an actor and know them so well as a human being, you're able to get more out of each other. You know, if a guest star comes on, no matter how talented they are, and they're often very talented, they can't quite pull out of you what somebody that you know. It's like you always hurt the ones you love, you know? Like someone, you always hurt them the most, and they always hurt you the most. The better you know somebody, the more you can push their buttons, and the more your buttons can be pushed. And so I feel like, as Jared, I feel like my character grows when I have these intense scenes with Jensen. And that was difficult for me, too, to do soulless, because there'd be parts where I was kind of just, I assume dead-eyed. I don't know what I looked like. But I was trying to do dead eyes, like. And then I felt so bad because I couldn't react and respond to Jensen, the Dean. But now we get to fight again. That wasn't really, I was hoping for like a climax at the end of the question, like, all I get is now we get to fight again, so bear with me.
And you'll meet new guys too. And there'll be laughter, there'll be tears.
All right, guys, let's start with some audience questions. Can't quite see you, but we know you're out there.
I think that Ben and Sarah might disagree with me, but I think that you can say a lot without saying words, and so thank you for picking up on that, because I think that's something that a lot of us pride ourselves in bringing to our characters, is the things that we say between the lines. So yeah, that's it. Wouldn't it be great if we didn't have to say words at all?
At this point too, with you two, we have 5 or 6, it's like the 29 words for snow. We have so many different ways of saying that you two exchange a look. We could just write a scene of the different looks you two exchange. We probably
could. Yeah, we would have, like, you could probably cut together an entire episode of just Sam looking at Dean and Dean looking back. Yeah.
I believe I've seen that on YouTube, Jensen.
I'm sure it is. Thank you very much.
Thanks.
Thank you. Yes, Jared's right here too.
I love you too.
I kid you not, they set up like a board, and I just started chucking knives in my trailer. And
His aim didn't start out very good.
I wasn't really good at first.
That's hard. Throwing knives are tough. So yeah. So we'll maybe do some shurikens. That's, I think, the official name for the. Also, it turns out ninjas didn't use those, historically speaking. Now I'm just using history to bring everyone down.
So guys, we have to wrap it up there with fan question. Do we have one more? One more here? Oh no, we just have an amazing costume.
Yeah.
One. Erection.
Hi, my name's Joe.
I'm Jared.
Awesome, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
When you and Jensen first met, was it a really easy connection as an actor, or did you two have to kind of work at it to get the Sam and Dean dynamic?
Yes and yes, if that makes any sense. When we met, we literally, I knew of him. I knew people that knew him. Riley Smith, who I did New York Minute with, which we will not talk about. Drop it. You in the dark over there, you quit that. So Riley Smith, I did New York Minute with, and he was great friends with Jensen. I had met other friends through him that knew Jensen, but I never met him. And I met him one day, and it was like, hey, Jared, paddle like a Jensen. I know some blah, blah, oh, you know, blah, blah, okay, great. And then there was a knock on the door. We're ready for you. Okay, cool. All right, you ready? We literally went from there to 2 rooms over where 40 of the most powerful that I've ever been in front of executives for Warner Brothers Studio, Warner Brothers Network, were sitting, auditioning us. The positive thing was we got there and they're like, listen, they want to test you for the show. They really like you. Usually when you test for a show, you get there and it's like 5 other guys and it's like Giorgio Armani models sitting there. And you're like, I'm nervous, I'm scared. We got there and we were expecting to do, they call it mix and match. So like I read with you and then you read with him and then I read with him and then she reads with her. And it's nutty. But we got there and we were like, I wonder who the other auditioners are. And we kept waiting and waiting and waiting. No one else showed up. So we were like, that's probably a good sign. By the way, I'm Jared, blah, 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 blah. They took us in there, had us read through some of the scenes. And one of the scenes was, I forget the words, but it's like, Dad loved you. I slept with a gun underneath my pillow. The scene that took place in the stairwell scene. And so that was one of them, and I forget the second. But they were like, okay, thank you very much. No one applauded or anything. It was very like stoic. It was like, oh God. They sent us out, and we sat there kind of for a couple minutes going like, it was really nice to meet you. I hope this goes well. If not, we should still grab a beer somewhere. I just turned 22. I can drink now. Milk. And they were like, okay, come back in, please. And we came back in, and everybody stood up and started clapping. And Peter Roth, His Highness, said, all right, guys, congratulations, you got a TV show. And that was that. And so we immediately had, the funny thing is that I don't know if they did it on purpose, but they immediately sent us into battle. They immediately said, y'all guys are in this room, platooned by yourselves, get to know each other, we're going to take you in for a fight, and then we'll send you back out with each other. And so we had that background immediately. It's like, listen, man, I got your back, you got my back. Can I cry later to you? Like, luckily we didn't need to cry. Yeah, that was like later in the season, but we immediately had each other's backs. And he's a dude from Texas who watches the Dallas Cowboys. Yeah, okay. I was waiting for that. You know, that pregnant pause. And so we bond on a lot of things, country music, and we were 2 Texas boys. That's right, yeah. Y'all getting carried away. Calm down over there. So we just kidding. You can carry. I'm just kidding. So we immediately had this bond. But as you know, with any of your best friends or whoever you share a lot of secrets with in your life, you can share an immediate bond, but still get stronger and stronger and stronger. So much so that during season 5, he was a groomsman at my wedding. And that summer, I was a groomsman of his. Like, we just got close, you know? Yeah. That was good. Oh, that was good. And it didn't even come from the dark, so I'll take it. But we continue to grow. And I think with any relationship, whether it's romantic or platonic or familial, I think the more you go through, the more highs and lows you see and come out the other side, hi guys. Sorry, haven't seen them in a while. But the more you come out on the other side stronger. So yes, yes, and yes. And that's the point, is you start a relationship with somebody and you laugh and you go through the ups and downs together and you know that it's a give and take. I mean, I currently am the one on stage, but I wouldn't be on the stage if y'all didn't watch Supernatural. I mean, and here we have, as a group, myself and all of y'all have come together to put some money together for a great charity. So there's something that happens when people have a good time together that something better is begotten. And that's where I am.
The Vancouver Canucks were actually just robbed of a Stanley Cup title. And hey,
Oh yeah, fight! We can get a fight going on here. God, this is gnarly. This is gnarly. Zach, turn the cameras. Turn the cameras.
do you follow hockey up there at all? I know it's pretty big in Canada, but
I follow hockey enough. I am a fan of hockey. Let it be said. I didn't grow up with hockey, so I don't watch it religiously. I was out of the country when the city of Vancouver decided to flip over police cars and stuff. Y'all remember that? But I do watch hockey. I've been to a few games, and I enjoy it a lot. But I don't really. All I know is that one time I was at the Sutton Place in Vancouver, the hotel. That's where I live with. Anybody in Vancouver? Okay, the Sutton Place is where they send all the actors to go shoot TV shows, because there's like an apartment side and a hotel side. So there's room service and a bar and stuff. And where was I going with this? So there's a bar and a thing and hockey, yeah, I like hockey. No, I was at the Sutton Place for a Sunday buffet, or my family was in town. We're like going for a buffet at the Sutton Place. It's a good buffet, chocolate and stuff like that. And there was a girl next to me who, no exaggeration. May I open this?
Go ahead, it's for you.
It's good. She was probably 5'3", and this was her wedding ring. I mean, it was like the Klockman diamond on her ring, and I remember being blinded and kind of going, "What in the world?" And then the hostess came up and went, "Mrs. Luongo, your table's ready." I was like, Roberto Luongo, the goalie of the Canucks. It was his wife, and I was like, "Way to go, Roberto Luongo." Made me feel really bad about myself, but that's my best Vancouver hockey story.
Actually, my question is, what's it like to be in episodes that are directed by Jensen?
Okay.
And if so, how is it being directed by Jensen?
It's great. I mean, touching back on earlier where I talk about how we're such great buddies, he's a really close friend of mine now. And so he and I have been through a lot together, through crazy highs and crazy lows and just the mundane existence of reality. That having been said, we know how to talk to each other. So we can talk to him as a friend.
Very good friends and co-workers. And
you know what the difference is for us was that he had been my co-star for so long, so that because when we would do, if we're doing a scene together and we've done it for years, then even as an actor, you're going to go like, "Hey man, give it to me so I can give it to you back," kind of thing. Like really, like I want to like Sam breaks at the end of the scene, so like prod me, goad me, and so we had talked to each other as fellow actors for so long. Not just in what he said about actors, and Robbie Duncan McNeil had directed one of our shows. We loved him. He was an ex-actor, current actor, but he now is doing most of the directing. But I love the way they understand acting, because they won't say something like, "That was good. Maybe kick up the energy." Kick up the energy? Like am I like whizzing my pants, or like do you want me to shift or like giggle? Do you want me to like have a tick? Like what does kick up the energy mean? Whereas Jensen would say something like, "Hey man, remember Sam and Dean have 1 hour to get from here to there and then come back." And so just something that little. He's not like, "Listen, man, be more good, less bad."
Who is that? Is it Jensen?
Is Bobby the only one getting any something this season?
Let's hope so.
Yeah. It's been a while for Dean. I think it's been a while for Sam too.
Yeah, it has.
You know, that's the pesky little apocalypse thing. Kind of threw a wrench in the.
Yeah, I think last time I got some, I opened up the Lilith thing, so that was kind of.
Yeah. Oops.
Sam sleeps with Ruby, and Ruby opens up the.
Yeah, that's never a good thing. In fact, I just shot a scene where Dean steps up to a bar and hits on the bartender, and she gives him a nice little offer. I think it was I kind of played it as though Dean, oh wow, I've forgotten what that feels like. So we'll see what happens.
Wait.
I'll take the lead then. For For those who remember these before, you know I like to sweat in the morning. So as I'm walking in, Cliff goes, here. I was like, oh yeah. Yeah, he got a spare for me.
Oh, you're already sweating.
I got the shower and
I woke up.
yes.
What's that? A fan.
I was talking into this like a microphone, so it's like, yeah, so anyway.
All right, everybody do it.
Sorry guys, it takes a long time. I get going and then I'm taking the hair with the beanie because it's like wet hair day, so
That's the look.
yeah. This is Jerry.
This is why we have professional hair and makeup. You are drenched. I deal with this on set constantly.
And every now and again,
I just hold a towel in my hand and roll camera.
Even after all this time, I haven't figured out the you dry after shower before putting clothes on. So it's sort of like shower and then like put the clothes on. Oh man. It's like a towel, and then like a wet dog.
Just take a cold shower.
I did. I really did. It was honestly, I took a cold shower. What's it?
It's menopause.
Menopause. So going through menopause. I just like doing this, so.
It's very manly. I actually got to direct him a little bit more this time. As you know, last year was pretty much all about Jim Beaver, but this year it was much more of a Sam-oriented episode. So it was, you know, here's the thing: when in that position, well, when I'm not in the directing position, when we're just acting together, we're always kind of watching each other's backs as it is. So it was the same when I put the director's hat on as well. You know, Jared shows up and he's like, all right, what do you want me to do? And he knows that I'm going to take care of him because he and I take care of each other pretty much all the time, as far as, you know, how to motivate a scene, how to motivate a book. Like a lot of times, you know, you get a technical director on set and says, okay, I want you to move over to this side of the set because
You say this.
when you say this, because it's a cool shot. But then as an actor, you're sitting there going, well, there's no motivating thing that brings me to that side of the set. I would just stay here and say my lines here. There's nothing that, you know, if I'm getting a cup of coffee or if I'm doing something that motivates a move, then that's one thing. So Jared and I have always been very kind of well-versed on finding ways to motivate movement in a scene. And the great thing about having that knowledge and working with him for so long is that I was able to basically block out scenes was already there because I found a motivating factor in the scene to justify the movements. Is anybody awake yet? So it was, you know, that was a tool that I had at my disposal with him. That he showed up and basically trusted the fact that I blocked out the scene properly as an actor would block out the scene. And less pranking than usual.
Yeah.
My brain, it was, I believe at one point, I was just, while they were setting up a shot, I was sitting there going through all the shots that I had listed in my head for that particular scene, and I was just kind of the 1,000-yard stare. I was just looking. And our dolly grab, Dave Rippel, comes up and goes, I can literally hear your brain. and I did one of these ones. I mean, like, my brain was just going constantly, and it's difficult because as a director, as an actor, I only have.
You've confused them again, guys.
As an actor, you're responsible for one link in the chain. You're responsible for performing that character. And, you know, for so long, that's been my focus, is that character. You know, making sure that I bring him to life the best way that I can. Whereas a director, you have to think about that character the other character, all the characters. You have to think about the lighting, you have to think about direction, you have to think about how the audience is going to interpret this, you have to think about movement, music, the story arcs, the height, the highs and the lows of the scene. So it's a lot to think about, and I realized that more this time, of how much I enjoy just being an actor. But I also really enjoy the challenge of directing, so it's, there you go. That's my long spiel.
Fun competitive city, and people love their hockey, like in Texas they love their football.
Yeah, I don't get it.
Ice skating with the
whole
stick.
ice skating with a stick thing? I'm just kidding.
I was looking for Brian Boitano's team.
Cheering for Brian Boitano.
No, it was unfortunate. I mean, I think the damage has been done, and now there are more important things.
Jared, thanks for making up that phrase that you guys ate thing last year. I know, like, lots of people.
Use guys, eh?
Yeah. We're using that a lot.
Use guys, eh? Yeah. That's all use guys.
I don't know.
I got a little bit. I got a little of. Get comfortable. Get comfortable.
Hi, this is for both of you. When you moved from Texas to Hollywood and you started getting acting jobs, what acting job made you think, wow, I can really probably make a living at this? And
When I was on Days of Our Lives.
honey, I don't want
So weird.
And the second part is, when you felt like you were, secure enough to blow some money on something frivolous, what did you blow it on, like, for a big
You can go. I'll start. That's a cool question. I still, Kim Manners used to have the saying. He said it feels like there's this secret club and someone's giving me a key. Like, I still am surprised that I'm surprised. I get it. I understand, and I've been able to make my living for 11 years, 12 years, whatever, in this business, which is fantastic. But I'm still pretty amazed. What job? I guess for me it would have had to been Gilmore Girls, because that was a lot of fun. And they kept on asking me for more and more, which society, because it was supposed to be 4 episodes, and then I was off the wolves. But they were like, hey, I kind of like that guy. Can we do 2 more? Can we do 3 more? Will you stay for the rest of the season? And I was like, and then, what did I splurge on? I probably bought a TV. I think I bought a TV. You know? I got a good TV, something to play with Nintendo. Back in the days where it was like the size of a stage for like a 20-inch television, the box was the size of a small man. So that's probably me. Yeah.
It was Days of Our Lives. And it wasn't because, this is going to take a while. It wasn't necessarily because,
I'm not scared of Vancouver, I'm scared of Canada.
Whatever, I'm left out.
Dean versus Duck. Dean wins.
I didn't expect them to come up behind me like that. It's just knee-jerk reaction. Here's a training. I'm not responsible.
You're home. You're home.
I didn't even get a safe word.
your knife. Sorry. Sorry for my lives.
That was... Okay, anyway, I'm back. So, yes, Days of Our Lives. But it wasn't necessarily because I was all of a sudden doing something and I'm like, oh, I can really do this. It was because I signed a 3-year contract. And I wouldn't be doing anything else for the next 3 years. And that was right about the time that if I hadn't got that show, I was actually going to move back home and go to college. But I actually put it all, I hinged it all on that audition. I'm like, all right, if I get this show, then I'll stick around, and obviously I have to, because I have a 3-year contract. But if I don't, I think I'm gonna go back home. And I got it. So, and then got on set, and Deidre Hall was, who played my mother on the show, she sat me down and she was like, know your lines, and stay out of my light. And I was like, whoa, like, she's gonna be mean.
What's her light? What is she talking about?
And I did just that, and then about a year later, she sat me down and she was like, you're gonna go someplace, kid. And when they ask you to resign after 3 years, she's like, I will not let you. She's like, because you're gonna go places. So I was like, oh, okay, maybe I am gonna be doing this for a while. And then I think my first big purchase was I got a new truck.
Hi. Since Canal has such an intense family dynamic as a theme, what do you find was the most either intense or emotional scene you had to film, like as acting as brothers?
There have been a few. Maybe we had one in a while though.
Yeah. We have. I know the most. The ones on hard.
You really got upset for that though. Yeah. I mean, like I was upset for him.
Was hell. The hell speech, remember?
Yeah.
They walk off.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the side of the road when Dean was telling Sam about what it was like in hell. That was really tough. I'd walk that one off. I don't think there's that for these two guys. Obviously Dean tried the domestic life, and that we realized that was never ever going to work, no matter how much he wanted it. I think Sam's kind of in the same boat. I think once we've gone, when you've gone to the places that Sam and Dean have gone to, there's no coming back from that. So I would say, I don't know, best case scenario for Happily Ever After was probably just going out of the bank.
Yeah, going out of the bank, guns blazing.
Blazing boy dying, is what I'm saying. That's the scenario. They die.
Quickly and easily.
Yeah.
Halfway through season 7.
Oh, wow. You want us coming back in 10 years to do a movie that tanks?
What are you talking about?
Right, so guys, we know you're all about fitness and exercise, and we have seen Jensen in his little red shorts and his sweatband pictures. So I'm just wondering.
My screensaver on my phone.
I'm just wondering if you can extend that for us into a fitness video.
That was my directorial debut. That's what all right, Jensen, more squats.
You want the coach outfit doing a 1980s Jane Fonda workout video? Yeah. Jim, we can make that happen, right? Jim Michaels, ladies and gentlemen.
Sam! Oh, look. Another me. Sam, what are you doing? Whoa! I thought I was with you, Dean. Okay. Well, here I am.
No, I don't. I can't know that for sure. You understand me?
Okay, then we're gonna have to start small.
I don't remember driving here.
Well, that's because I drove. You thought. Sam is very suggestible.
Whoa, whoa! Sam! This discussion does not require a weapons discharge. Look at me. Come on. You don't know what's real? Look, man, I've been to hell. Okay, I know a thing or two about torture. Enough to know that it feels different than the pain of this regular, stupid, crappy this.
No, how can you know that for sure?
Let me see your hand. No. Give him a hand, let me see it.
Smell you, Florence Nightingale.
Hey, this is real. Not a year ago, not in hell, now. I was with you when you cut it, I sewed it up. Look.
We've done a lot more with pain.
This is different, right? Than the crap that's tearing at your walnut. I'm different, right?
Yeah, I think so.
You sure about that, bunk buddy?
Sam.
Doesn't mean anything.
Hey, I am your flesh and blood brother, okay? I'm the only one who can legitimately kick your ass in real time. You got away. We got you out,
Sammy, I'm the only one who can
believe in that. Believe me, okay? You gotta believe me. You gotta make it stone number one and build on it. You understand?
Yeah, okay.
Oh, it turns out that Kate was just trying to tell
Is cut to us in the car on the way here. He's like, which shirt? I don't know. And I'm like, go with that one. It's probably going to show less of your sweat. And then he's like, okay, but can you tie my tie? So there I am, like tying his tie in the back seat. All right, there you go. I know. See, we look out for each other all the time.
Last year, actually, we went to a really nice restaurant here, just because we love food, and we went to a restaurant, and it was. I guess you had to have a coat, like a dress coat, and I didn't really have one. I was like, I don't wear dress coats. Like, what are you talking about? And so I wore a nice shirt or a sweater, whatever it was. And then we get there, and they're like, well, we can give you a jacket to borrow. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. I guess they have it. Seriously, I'm not even kidding. And so I was like, so they give me this jacket, and no kidding, the jacket comes up about 2 feet. Like to roll up the sleeves, so I have this coat on that looks like it's made for kind of a hefty older gentleman, so it's really long, really wide, the arms are here. And I was like, I guess what do I do, roll them up to my elbow? Like, that's gonna look awkward, like here I'm in a suit coat with a jacket rolled up to my elbow, and they're like, okay, we're taking your seats. And I was like, wait, why doesn't Cliff have to wear a jacket? They go, well, we don't have any in a size. And I go, you don't have any in my size either. And so then they're like, well, and so we follow them, and literally we walk 30 feet to a table, and I just take the jacket off. I was like, well, that was kind of. So we don't have one in the size.
Apparently that's the thing here. Like, there was a restaurant that we were going to go to Friday night, and I canceled because it was a jacket required. And I'm like, I ain't going through that again. And I didn't bring a blazer. So yeah, I don't know. In LA, it's a little like you can go to the fancy. You go to Spago in jeans and flip flops if you want. They're like, we don't care.
Yeah.
You're paying the money. We'll give you the food.
Sure. That'll make your enjoyment of food. I don't know.
He lied to us. He used us. He cracked your gourd like a zebra.
Shush.
Here we go. He lied to us. Gosh. if you could see his face, I can't
look at you.
I can't look at him. But then you don't get the over.
Put his shirt on backwards.
Perfect. Does that work? All right, here we go. Yeah, now they're all laughing. Here we go. Cash is never. His shoulders moving. His shoulders. Can we? Okay, it's fuzzy. It's good. Okay. All right, here we go. I can hear you guys. Shush. All right. This is torture. There's so many people laughing, and now I'm crying.
Hey, Jensen Ackles here. Jared Padalecki here on the set of Supernatural. We just want to give a quick shout out to all of our fans and basically really our Supernatural family for these People's Choice nominations and say thanks for putting us in the race. We're really excited.
We were asked to do a little video to encourage you to continue to vote. Try to think of some gimmicks, some sort of antics.
Yeah, we thought about like taking our shirts off or
maybe
something.
do something funny, but you know what? This is really cool, really serious, and we just want to thank you and to encourage you to continue to vote for Supernatural.
Thanks for putting us in the race, guys. Let's win this. Good.
Thanks.